Hello students, I am Dr. Kumar Rathod, Professor Kumar Bhatia, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Today's session we will discuss about umbilicus and its disorders. So, first of all, anatomy of umbilicus. Umbilicus is a scar usually located at the level of L4, L3 and L4. Linea alba is well defined above and ill defined below. Line of watershed supplied by T10 segment, portocaval anastomosis, meeting point of three system, vascular, JIT and circulatory system. This is diseases of umbilicus. Umbilical diseases is three types: congenital, inflammatory, and neoplastic. Congenital is patent, patent vitiligo, intestinal duct, patent urachus, and hernias. And inflammatory is omphalitis, umbilical granuloma, piloneedle sinus, and GI fistula. Neoplastic is benign and malignant. The first is umbilical hernia. It's a three types: exomphalos, major and minor, childhood hernias, and adult hernias. The congenital type, it is due to partial or complete failure of return of the midgut into the peritoneum during development. Two types: exomphalos minor and exomphalos major and minor. Exomphalos minor has a small sac cord attached to the summit, easily reducible, fitted by trapping or two. Exomphalos major, light, large defect or a large sac. Umbilicus cord is attached to the inferior aspect. Emergency treatment occur, primary single stages repair or second stage repair. Showing in the figure. Umbilical hernia in children, common in Africa, male is to female, 2:1 ratio. Neonatal sepsis is the predisposing factor, usually asymptomatic. Strangulation is a rare complication. Spontaneous closure occur by 2 years. Surgery is indicated if not closed by 5 years. So, umbilical hernia in adult. Umbilical hernia in adult are mostly acquired, common in women. Predisposing factors are increased intra-abdominal pressure, pregnancy, obesity, ascites, abdominal distension, single midline, aponeurotic decoctions, irreducibility, obstruction, strangulation, and ruptures are common complications in adult hernia. Commonly overweight, thin, and attenuated midline raphe. The bulge is typically slightly to the one side of the umbilical depression, creating a crescent shape appearance of umbilicus. Now treatment: small hernias observation and large hernias open or repair by laparoscopy. Primary repairs Mayo and Marsh and laparoscopy. Now next is patent urachus. It's a congenital deformities of umbilical disorders. Urachus means a duct between the bladder and the yolk sac between 5th and 7th week of development. The allantois will become the urachus. Median umbilical ligament obliterated urachus. So now it's broadly understand what is urachus. So I must tell you the urachus is a midline tubular structure that stretches from the apex of the bladder and connect to the umbilic. So urachus means is that in this figure, umbilicus and urinary bladder. So it is a tubular structure called urachus. So patent urachus is the persistence. afterward. And urachal cyst, its form here is cyst. Urachal, umbilical urachal sinus, it means sinus. Its form sinus. And vesico-urachal diverticulum. It's a diverticulum. So, patent urachus manifests in a newborn, one-third associate with distal urinary obstruction, urine from umbilicus, giant umbilical cord, complete excision to the tract with the cuff of bladder. Urachal cyst, commonest urachal anomalies in adult due to persistence of the part of tract. Symptom due to asymptomatic size, mass, infection, pain, fever, urinary system, umbilical discharge. Ruptures, peritoneum. Diagnosis by clinically USG and CT. Treatment single stage complete excision of the tract and two stage IND followed by complete excision after control of sepsis. Now sinus. Due to persistence of distal urachus, asymptomatic unless infected, pain, fever, pus discharge, USG, sinogram, excision of the sinus tract. The psychourachal diverticulum, least common urachal anomaly, asymptomatic, incidental diagnosis, cystoscopy, MCU, USG, treatment usually not required. Omphalomesentриc duct. This is mesenteric duct. So, mecal diverticulum, the most common abnormality in the omphalomesentриc duct, antimesenteric border of ileum, 50 to 200 centimeter from ICG. True diverticulum. Mostly asymptomatic, lower GI bleed, inflammation, obstruction, ectotropic mucosa. M9010 TC scan required. C-section and reconstruction surgery. Clinical feature asymptomatic abdominal mass, umbilical granuloma, umbilical discharge, GI bleeding, and intestinal obstruction. Investigation X-ray abdomen, USG, CT, and 99M TC scan. It must be investigated. Treatment segmental resection and reconstruction surgery. Omphalitis. Very important. Infection of the retained umbilical cord. Poor asepsis and umbilical hygiene during delivery. Cephalococcus, streptococci, gram-negative organism, and Clostridium tetani positive agent. Clinical features: abscess, cellulitis, gangrene, peritonitis, septicemia, granuloma, and pus discharge. Treatment: antibiotic, cauterization, and debridement. Now is umbilical granuloma. Granuloma, chronic infection of the umbilical cicatrix, can occur in any age group, but common in the infant and children. Presents as umbilical discharge with tender red swelling protruding from the umbilicus, which bleed in touch. Mimic umbilical adenoma. Now treatment is antibiotic, silver nitrate, excision of granuloma, and umbilectomy. Umbilical adenoma, breast peritumors, that's what commonly seen in infant due to partially obliterance vitello-intestine duct toward umbilical end, causing prolapse of the mucosa. Appear as a moist red swelling, bleed on touch. Secondary infection, histological, it consists of columnar epithelium rich in goblet cells. So, histological confirmation. This is adenoma. Now, malignancies, benign. Most common primary benign tumor were papilloma, congenital polyp, melanoid nevi, fibromas, myxomas, hemangiomas, and epithelial inclusion cyst. Malignant tumor is primary malignancy rare, 20%, skin, soft tissue, embryonic tissue, breast. Adenocarcinoma is the common primary tumor. Secondary is metastatic tumors is the commonest, 80%. Stomach, ovary, colon, and pancreas. Lymphoma, RCC, prostate. Mean survival is approximately 10 to 12 months. Primary and its secondary. So thank you. That's all about this session. Hope you like that video.